Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome over to School 23. I want to start off by saying thank you to some of the dignitaries that are here. Obviously, our state senator and New York State's Senate Majority Leader, Andrea Stewart-Cousins, who's with us here today. And you'll be hearing from her soon. You have the Councilman from 2nd District, John Rubo, who's here. 2nd District? 4th District, sorry about that. Candidate for Judge, Dan Romano is with us. We also have the President of the Board of Education, Reverend Steve Lopez. This one. Oh, you want me to turn the page? Why do you want me to turn the page? Oh, you want me to go this one? Well, let me introduce everyone who's here anyway. And then, of course, Dr. Quezada, the Superintendent of Schools. And, of course, Michael Walpole, who is the principal over here at School 23. And many of our young people who are distance learning right now, but can't wait to come back to school, right? So I'm glad you're here to be part of our back-to-school backpack drive. And we have a number of companies that were very good in helping us put this backpack to school drive together. Now we realize that it'll be somewhat delayed, as our children, our young people are learning, they're learning distance learning right now, but that's going to change as we move into October, hopefully. And we want to make sure that they have backpacks, and they're scheduled to return to school October 5th for the hybrid instructions. How happy are you about that? Yeah. And I'm also happy to report that the team here, together with its sponsors, put together about 1,000 backpacks with over 3,000 school supplies. So let's give them a nice round of applause for all the work they did. And as a result, we were able to donate to not only the students of School 23, but also to some of our community-based organizations and the many residents in our city who actually reached out independently to us and expressed their need. The city council put $1 million in additional funding in the budget to order for us to be able to order some electronic devices so that our young people can have every young person who needs an electronic device while they're learning from home will have that available to them. And so I want to say thank you again to the City Council for making that available. To Precision Valve, we have, not Precision Valve, but Precision Concierge Service from PCNY, Wayne Schneider. So thank you for helping put this together today. Heavenly Productions Foundation, Dr. Kathy Riley Fallon, who's with us every single year. And so I want to say thank you to Kathy, to the Rock and Rods Collector Car Club, James Cuscione, who's here, but who has those guys every single year will come deliver a check to us. And we want to say thank you to our friends from Empire City Casino. They're not here, but we know they're expected to open soon, and all that helps us in the bottom line. That's what we need. MRP Lawrence Marketing, which is also not present, but also very much present here in today's event. Ridge Hill, I know Megan is here, so it's good to see Megan from Ridge Hill. Casa Royale, they're not here, but they send their regards. All the Yonkers residents and the Yonkers employees who were a part of coming to City Hall or going to the public library or going to a city building and making that donation to help out our kids. So thank you to each and every one of them. I'd like to ask our state senator and, like I said, New York State Senate Majority Leader. Yonkers is very fortunate to have Senator Stewart-Cousins here in office, but also as our Majority Leader. And I want to say thank you to her for everything she continues to do for Yonkers. She is certainly somebody that we can really count on. She's been, just a solid supporter of the Yonkers School District and a great elected official. So, Senator Stewart-Cousins.
Thank you so much, Mayor. And, during these times, to be here with all of our students who have a little bit of a different school experience, but still the essence of what school is about, and making sure that you have the backpacks and you have all the tools and equipment. But again, to be here with the mayor and the city officials, our school superintendent, school board members, people who understand that education is not something that gets to stop because, we didn't anticipate something like the virus, but that we all have to come together to make sure that you get the education you need and you get the tools that you need. And we know that parents during these very uncertain times don't know what is going to happen. But for sure, I hope they have some confidence that they're on every level of government and in every part of this city, there is a caring community that's ready to stand with the principal, with all of you, in order to make sure that our kids don't lose out during this time. So I'm just very happy to be here with all of the sponsors and the generous people who understand that education is the key, and it helps our kids, even during this time, know how important it is so that they'll work extra hard, right? Yes, right? Extra hard, because we know that when we get that learning, then we can do anything. So enjoy all these beautiful backpacks. And again, thank you, Mayor, for letting me be part of it.
Thank you, Leader. I'd like to ask the Councilman John Rubo, to come up here just to give you some greetings on behalf of the City Council.
Thank you, Mayor. And I want to thank all the students who are here today as they get ready to start school. You started yesterday, right? My son started yesterday as well. He started with distant learning. And I have to say that the schools got off to a great start. We will have some ups and downs, and we will ride over the road. But by October 5th, everything will be working perfectly, and then we'll be back for hybrid. But today's such an important day because we're here to distribute backpacks to the kids in need, the kids in this district. We are a large school district with 27,000 students made up of a variety of demographics and backgrounds. And that's what makes Yonkers so great, our rich diversity. And so we're here today to celebrate that diversity, to hand out these backpacks to the kids in need. And I am very happy to have been a part of the commitment to set aside $1 million in our capital budget to purchase electronic devices for the students most in need here in our school district. Hopefully, I really do hope in the future at some point we will be able to do more, and I'm sure as time goes on and we get through COVID and everything that makes up COVID, we will certainly get through that. But I also want to thank the corporate citizens in this city which just make Yonkers such a great place to live. They stepped up when we need them every single year, like people in the Rock and Rods, and they donated to our school children. So thank you so much, and good luck this year in school. Thank you.
Oh, thank you, Councilman. And of course, the President of the Board of Education is the Reverend Steve Lopez.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I get that all the time, so my wife calls me Steve. So being mayor is quite a challenge here in the city of Yonkers, but being a mayor of a city like Yonkers is easy. It's a lot of hard work. And one of the things that Mayor Spano and the City Council are fortunate enough is when we reach out to the community for help, they're there. They are there. They're all lined up, ready to go, time and time again. And we're not just talking about just for January or just for February, but whenever asked, we have individuals from all over the community that are willing to participate. And the trustees of the Board of Education are just thrilled at the increase in donations and grants and gifts and gifts in kinds and laptops from the community. The backpacks is just one of many things that are happening in the city. And when a city thrives and a city is successful and a school district is successful, people want to give to help that increase. So on behalf of the trustees, thank you so much. Thank you to the City Council, Mayor Spano, and Senator Cousins, and Mr. Walpole, and you wonderful kids. My kids started yesterday too. Oh my goodness, I think I worked harder than they did because I was home. So anyways, God bless you and thank you.
Thank you, Reverend Lopez. And of course, to run a school district takes a lot of heart and desire, takes a lot of good people, and we're lucky because we have good, solid elected officials in our city that are willing to step up at every level of government. We have our president of the board and the board of trustees that will continue to do what they need to do. We already talked about the council. But we have a superintendent who runs our school district, and we're very lucky to have him. I think he's very sought after superintendent. I think that nationally there are lots of districts that wish they had him and would do everything they possibly can to steal him from us, except I won't let him go. And so, but I'd like you to bring him up board, give him the young people, give him a nice round of applause. He's had a real tough go at it over the last couple of weeks, but he is making it work, and he's doing it all for each and every one of you. Let's clap for Dr. Quezada.
Thank you, everyone, and thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm going to keep the mask because I'm practicing trying to go back to the gym with my mask on. How about that? Make sense? I love these young people. I love the way they look. Can we congratulate the parents for dressing them up for us? They look so beautiful, so thank you. Where are the parents? Thank you so very much. Let me just say what an honor it is to be able to work with the leaders of Yonkers. I've been around Yonkers for 22 years now, and I know them all. We've been at this together for over 20 years, doing what's right for the children of Yonkers, doing what's right for our city, and what an honor it is to be with our majority leader, Senator Andrew Stewart-Cousin, and with our mayor, and certainly with Councilman Rubel. They are fighters in this work. They understand that there are needs that our children have, that our families have, that need to be met. So please congratulate them for being incredible fighters in this work because they deserve our recognition. Certainly to my president, who's all over the place with me, even though he has like 4 jobs now, but he still finds time to be around and supporting the effort. And to the incredible friends in business, I have always said that this concept of believing that school districts are the only ones responsible for educating children is not accurate. The education of children is the responsibility of everyone in a community, and you are certainly demonstrating that. So thank you to our business leaders for supporting this effort. We have to say thank you to the mayor's office staff. They are out there running around, and no one realizes how much they work to execute this event. So let's put our hands together for them, for the great work that they have done. And I wouldn't miss an opportunity to remind everyone that schools are open. School buildings might not be open for children, but schools are open and instruction has begun. I already visited, between yesterday and today, approximately 18 schools. And I have to be honest with you, our principals, our assistant principals, our teachers, and our civil service employees, they have done an incredible job. I go from classroom to classroom. Today, this morning, not knowing that I was returning, I was with Mr. Michael Walpole visiting this particular school. And we caught a teacher being very silly, doing an activity for her kindergarten students and singing for them, and it was simply phenomenal. If you follow me on Instagram, you're going to see it, her actually doing the lesson. But it's just incredible work that our administrators and our teachers and our civil service employees have done. So when you see a teacher, when you see an administrator, say thank you. Understand, this is different. It takes a lot more work to keep students engaged in learning when they are not with you than when they are with you. If a teacher thought that it was difficult to teach 30 children when they were in front of you, I'm going to guarantee that they are going to tell you that it is a lot more difficult to try to keep them engaged while they are home. And certainly this job is difficult for our parents. I'm going to say it again, parents, you know, this is about maintaining communication. We need to continue to speak to each other. You know, stop calling me. Call your principal. Call your teachers. Send them emails. They are here for you. And we also have a lot of support staff that are here to support our principals and support our parents. Let's do this together. This is new. And on a final note, if we want to open on October 5th, we have to be responsible adults. We have to be responsible adults. You cannot be in the street without a mask. You cannot be in a large crowd. You must wash your hands regularly. Please understand how important that is. If we don't do that, we are punishing our children because they will not be able to return to school. And our children need to be back in school. Thank you, Mr. Walpole, for organizing this. And thank you, Mr. Mayor, for always supporting School 23 and all of the Yonkers Public Schools. Have a great afternoon, everyone.
Thank you, Superintendent. And again, it's good to see our young people here today. You know, you remember your parents are working hard, and they've had to work even harder because they are making sure that while you're home, you get the instruction you need in order to be able to follow along with what the teachers are putting forth as a responsibility. So it's a little tough, right? And we realize that, and it's definitely tough on your parents. So be good to them. Always know that they're out there working hard on your behalf. And to the parents, I know these are tough times, and no one can escape that. But this is the cards we've been dealt, and we will get through it. There's no doubt about it, and we will be better for it once we're through it. But know that that you have elected officials who are here are committed to you and to your kids in seeing that they get the education that they absolutely need and deserve. Juanita, I just want to say thank you. Let's get a nice round of applause to Juanita. I know she wasn't pointing at me to point herself out, but she was telling me she wanted to make sure that I get the principal up. But I wanted to make sure we pointed her out because she does such a great job for us. To close us out, I'm going to ask your principal of School 23, Michael Walpole, to close us out and to say a few words. Mr. Principal.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'm just really grateful to represent our children here at School 23. And I think it's important to mention that, you know, it may seem like that we're just getting bags for the kids, but the bags to me are a sign of hope. Because if you have a school bag, it means you're going back to school. So I hope that this drive is a symbol of that for our children, and it gives them hope that they will be coming back to school on October 5th. And it's also nice to know that we have so many community partners that support the students in our district. I think it's a lot easier to deal with something like we're seeing now in this pandemic when you know that there's people there to support you and you're not there by yourself. So thank you to all the community members and the city members who are supporting not only School 23 and its students with your donations, but with all of our students in the Yonkers Public Schools, because School 23, we don't just have students that need items to come to school. There's many students and there's many schools whose children are in the same situation, and we hope that they get the same treatment that our students do. Again, as a School 23 representative, we're lucky, and we thank you once again. But I'll only be happy as somebody who represents children when all children have what they need to become successful through education. So thank you once again to all the dignitaries. Thank you to my boss, Dr. Quezada. That's why I kept my mask on, because if my boss speaks with his mask on, I speak with my mask on. And I appreciate you all coming on a warm day. And thanks to Juanita and Johanna for organizing, because they really work hard. I know that sentiment was put out there, but they really do work hard, and they do things to make sure that everything's taken care of. So thank you.
Boys and girls, socially distanced. Can you guys line up so that your friends can give you your backpack, or you can select it. So let's line up. Okay, let's begin here. Okay, behind this young lady over here, please. Behind this young lady. Okay, just behind right here. Come, Mr. Beautiful Hair. I love that hair. I'm gonna let it grow soon. Okay, stay in line with your family. Okay? Thank you. Then you're gonna go to them, and you're gonna pick the one you want, and then you're gonna say thank you. Okay, nice and loud. Okay, make sense? So, go ahead. We ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? Come on, people, are we ready? Yeah! You're gonna pick the one you want, and you're gonna say thank you to them without taking names or anything like that. You just yell out thank you. You pick from whatever you want. Okay, go ahead. Your turn. What do you have to say?
Joy. That's okay.
Thank you. Okay?
Very nice.
Thank you. Go pick the one you want. Okay? Go pick the one you want. I love it. Take it. Stand up. Okay? Help Junie. Okay. Junie, go there and say thank you. I love it. Good job. Okay, go to mom. Wherever mom is. Okay? Okay? Nice color. Yeah.
I wanted that one.
Okay. Oh. Say thank you, Sophie. Okay, very good. Go pick yours. Okay. So the rest of the backpacks are going to be left with the school, and the school principal and the administration. They will distribute it.
Can we have the kids with the backpacks stand over here?
Boys and girls, can you guys come here? Boys and girls, just stand here.
Stand here with your backpacks on.
Okay.
Or in front of you.
Okay. So right there. Stand up. Stand up. Okay. Where is the principal? Put your mask on. Don't make me flip on you. Did we miss one? Okay, we all here. Okay, here we go. Okay. Where's my building principal? Why am I doing his job? Okay. He's tired.
Everybody smile your eyes.
Leave a little bit everywhere we go. It's very
Hold on one second.
shame on you.